Thanks to Pocket Pair for allowing me to play Palworld 1.0 early, I'm going to show you all of the new pals added in this latest update. In total, there are 73 new pals from small to, well, very big. In fact, I'm standing on one of the new pals right now. Yeah, it's quite a special one. I will show you all of the new pals and what they do and where to find them as well. So you can use this video when you get your hands on Palworld 1.0 for yourself. Starting with Pupperai. And Pupperai is going to be a new pal added to the early game of Palworld. And as you can see, the spawn area is exactly where you start when you make a new account, right? The starting area. So you're going to see this very early on. Pupperai is a ground-based pal. The partner skill is Best Boy. While in party, increases the player's melee weapon damage by 10%. Does not stack, so you can't have multiple of them working together. Palworld has Lumbering level 1, Gathering level 1, Transporting level 1, and he can drop bones. Next up, we've got Clovee with the partner skill Happy Clover. While at base, increases the Gathering Work suitability level for all other base pals by +1. Clovee has Planting level 1, Gathering level 1, and can drop berry seeds. Now, looking at the Clovee spawn area, this is another early game pal that they've added to the early game. And Clovee is a grass and neutral pal. Next up, we've got Tanzee Ignis, and it's a little bit different from the normal Tanzee. Firstly, it's a fire type version. When activated, Chipper Chimp Gunfire will mercilessly fire a fire assault rifle at nearby enemies for a limited time. So it's a fire version of the normal Tanzee, basically. Work suitability, Tanzee's got Kindling level 1, Handiwork, Lumbering, and Transporting, and Tanzee Ignis will drop Flame Organs. Tanzee Ignis will spawn in the area pretty early on as well. Very similar to the normal Tanzee, actually. Next up, we've got Woolipop Terra. And Woolipop Terra will drop caramel cotton candy, which is interesting. Different to the normal cotton candy. And Woolipop Terra's passive or partner skill is a little bit better. While at base, reduces hunger depletion rate of base pals by -15% instead of the -10% of the default Woolipop. Obviously, Woolipop Terra is a ground pal. She has the same base stats though, just farming level 1. And if you're looking for Woolipop Terra, she can be found on this little island all the way over here. What you'll find with a lot of these pals is they've mostly been added to some of the new islands. For example, this one down here, a really large area on the map, which is really cool. And the World Tree map, which is an entire new zone added to the game. If I show you the map right here, a lot of the pals have been added to this area. So keep that in mind if you're looking for these new pals. Most of them are sort of more end-game pals. Next, we have Amione. And Amione is going to spawn in a couple areas. Firstly, on the new island down here, these floating islands, and near this area in the center of the map. Amione has a partner skill called Magical Twin Powers. While at a base, increases the watering work suitability level for all other base powers by +1. By default, you've got Handiwork level 2, Transporting level 1, and Watering level 1. Up next, we've got Gloopie Primo, which is a neutral version of the normal Gloopie. And there is difference, as you can see in the passive. While in party, decreases defense of water pals, increases by 15%. So it could be useful if you've got any other water pals and you want to boost their defense. By default, she's got the same sort of skills as the normal Gloopie in terms of work suitability. So that's Watering level 2, Handiwork level 2, and Transporting level 2. And to find this one, you will need to go to the new floating islands over here to get Gloopie Primo. Next up, we've got Wispaw. And Wispaw has a partner skill called Deaf Cheating Feline. While in party, increases the capture rate when awarded a back bonus. So this is going to really help you in the sort of early to mid game when you need to capture pals and you don't quite have a good enough pal sphere. Getting that back bonus is going to be really a little bit easier. Not sure what the capture rate bonus is. It doesn't really say, but quite a unique ability. Wispaw will only spawn at night, and Wispaw will be quite early on in the game around these areas. So pretty good. Next up, we've got Univolt Cryst. And it's quite interesting. It says that Univolt's partner skill, while in partner, improves players' and powers electric damage to weak points by 25%, whereas with Univolt Cryst, changes the player's attack type to ice and increases attack by 5% while mounted. So quite a lot different to Univolt. Despite it just being a ice variant, it does have quite a different passive ability. And Univolt Cryst has level 6 cooling and level 3 lumbering. To find Univolt Cryst, you'll need to go to the World Tree map, which is only unlockable after defeating all of the tower bosses, including the new tower boss, at least tower bosses on the main map. Don't want to spoil too much there, but yeah, this World Tree area is filled with the Univolt Cryst in the top area. Next up, we've got this little cutie Muffly, and Muffly has a partner skill, Fluffy Flutterer. While in party, increases the capture rate of pals afflicted with freeze, and it does not stack. Muffly has cooling level 2 and transporting level 1. To find Muffly, you will need to go to this area on the center of the map, or you can go to the floating islands as well, the new area added. Next, we've got Puffolt. Puffolt's partner skill is called Crackle Booster. While at a base, increases the generating electricity work suitability level for all other base pals by +1. And his work suitability is generating electricity and transporting. To find Puffolt, he's pretty spread around this central area, so quite a lot of spawns there. And once again, on the new floating islands. Next up, we've got Polapup Terra, and it's the same partner skill as the normal Polapup, with increased movement speed by 80% while mounted on snow, but also can slide quickly down slopes. While it starts out slow, the top speed it can hit while sliding is no joke. Polapup Terra has mining level 4 and cooling level 4, and to find Polapup Terra, you'll need to go to this little tiny island up in the corner. Next up, we've got Elgrove. And Elgrove has a partner skill called Mother Nature's Menace. When activated, Elgrove changes the player's attack type to grass and increases attack by 30%. Elgrove has planting level 3, gathering level 2, mining level 2, lumbering level 3, and transporting level 3. There's also Elgrove Cryst, who loses the gathering and planting and has cooling level 5 instead, and does have a different passive. While in party, grants the player the ability to freeze enemies afflicted with soak in one strike. Now, the habitat of Elgrove is actually on the World Tree map, and it will be in both daytime and nighttime in this corner. Elgrove Cryst is there, and Elgrove normal version is on the main map in the center area here and also over here. So there's a couple spawns for the normal Elgrove, and for Elgrove Cryst, it is on the World Tree map. Up next, we've got Petallia Ignis, and there is an improved passive of Passion of the Flower Spirit. So the normal Petallia has Soothing Blossom, restores the player's health by 75%. But with Ignis' version, you get 80% healing instead. And also, while in party, player and party powers take 15% less grass damage and are immune to ivy covered. Now, Petallia Ignis has Kindling level 4, Handiwork level 3, Medicine Product level 4, Transporting level 2, and Gathering level 3. To find Petallia Ignis, you will need to be on the World Tree map, and you'll find it in this corner of the map here. Up next, we've got Leafan. Leafan has a partner skill called Selfless Discipline. This pal's attack and defense increase by 2% for each other grass pal in your party. And Leafan has Planting level 3, Handiwork level 3, Gathering level 3, and Transporting level 2. And to find Leafan, you will need to go to this spot here. So quite an early game area. And also, once again, the floating island. So that's pretty cool. Next, we've got Beakon Cryst. And Beakon Cryst's Partner skill is the same as Beakon's, except they've changed it to ice, basically. So it can be ridden as a flying mount, and while mounted, changes the player's attack type to ice, increases attack by 5%. This pal's movement speed increases by 5% for each other ice pal in your party. So same as Beakon, but just with ice. And obviously, you'd expect level 5 cooling, gathering level 2, and transporting level 5. Beakon Cryst can be found on the World Tree map out in the top area here, where we've got this icy area. Next, we've got Rayhound Cryst, a bit of a different passive to the normal Rayhound, as you can see. It can be ridden, can perform a double jump whilst mounted, so that's the same. But while in party, increases defensive ice powers by 15% and has cooling level 3. And Rayhound Cryst can be found in the normal map up in the icy regions here, and also it can be found on the World Tree map here as well. Up next, we've got Needoll and Needoll Noct. Needoll has the passive Hug Me Please. While in party, increases players' and pals' damage to enemies afflicted by Ivy Covered by 50%. I'm sure Needoll does the Ivy Covered attack as well. Needoll has Planting level 3, Gathering level 3, and Transporting level 1. Needoll Noct has Planting level 3, Gathering level 3, and Transporting level 1 as well. But Needoll Noct has, while in party, the player's attacks inflict Ivy Covered 2. Does not stack. So that's interesting. So these two together would work together quite well to really boost the effect of Ivy Covered. Needoll can be found on the main map over in this region here. And also, there is a Needoll boss. If I open the map here, you can see there is a Needoll boss on this little island here, a level 40 Needoll. So you can grab yourself a level 41 fairly easily there. The Needoll Noct, it's pretty much the same area, but you will need to go at nighttime, of course. So Needoll Noct is at nighttime. Next, we've got Moldron. And Moldron has a partner skill called Magma Overload. Firstly, Moldron can be ridden as a mount. This pal attacks increase by 4% for each other fire or ground pal in your party. Moldron has level 5 kindling and level 5 mining. Moldron Cryst, on the other hand, has level 5 mining and level 5 cooling and improves players' and pals' ice damage to enemy weak points by 25%. For Moldron, you can find him in this area on the map. For Moldron Cryst, you'll need to go to the World Tree map, and you'll find Moldron Cryst as a boss in the ice area. It's a level 78 Moldron Cryst, so keep that in mind. Next is Majex. Majex has the partner skill Phantasmal Arcana. While in party, when the player attacks an enemy afflicted with burn, the enemy creates flames around itself, dealing continuous damage equal to 15% of the player's attack damage to enemies that come into contact with them. And Majex has Kindling 4, Handiwork 5, Medicine Product 3, and Transporting 2. To find Majex, you can go to here on the map. Majex will also spawn, I believe, on the World Tree map. Yes, in this area as well. So quite a lot of Majex spawns in the World Tree. Next, we have Sibelyx Primo. And it's quite a different passive to the normal Sibelyx. While in party, increases defensive neutral powers by 15%. And just like the normal Sibelyx, sometimes makes high quality cloth when assigned to ranch. Sibelyx Primo has Medicine Production 3 and Farming level 4. To find Sibelyx Primo, you'll need to go to the World Tree, and they'll be found in abundance in the bottom area of the World Tree map. Up next is Gildra. Gildra has a partner skill called Resurrection. When fighting together, when Gildra is incapacitated, it revives with its hunger reduced to 0. So Gildra basically has 2 lives, which is pretty cool. Gildra has Handiwork level 5, Medicine Production level 4, and Transporting level 2. And to find Gildra, you'll need to go up to the top area of the main map. Then we've got Skutlass. Skutlass has the partner skill Fish Fillet. When activated, Skutlass becomes the player's katana. If it does not revert to its normal form quickly, Skutlass will become incapacitated, which is pretty cool. So we get a Swordfish Sword. Will also become incapacitated if Ligiri is used. And Skutlass can be found in this area here. Firstly, on the island, the floating islands, the new place, and also in this area as well. We've also got Skutlass Ignis, which is a more powerful version in terms of pure damage. It has higher attack. And it's basically the same in terms of the partner skill, just has more damage, basically. Skutlass has Watering level 4, Lumbering level 4, and Gathering level 1. And Skutlass Ignis has Kindling level 3, Watering level 2, Lumbering level 3, and Gathering level 2. And Skutlass Ignis can be found in this small area over here. And also on the World Tree map. Skutlass cannot be found on the World Tree map. Next, we've got Starryon Primo. Starryon Primo has the partner skill Light Dancer, so it is different. Obviously, Starryon has this pal's movement speed increases by 50% at night, which is quite good. But this pal's movement speed increases by 5% for each other neutral pal in your party. So, I mean, you know, it's similar, but it requires a little bit more of managing your party to get the most skills. And Starryon Primo is found on the World Tree area here. Next, we've got Pierdon. Pierdon has a Power Stone. While in party, increases players and pals' damage to enemies afflicted by Muddy by 50%. And I'm sure Pierdon does Muddy. Pierdon has Mining level 5. We've also got Pierdon Cryst. While in party, player and party pals take 15% less dragon damage. Pierdon Cryst has Mining level 5 and Cooling level 6. Pierdon can be found right up in this area here on this island. And Pierdon Cryst can be found on this floating island here, the new floating island area. Next, we've got Snugloo, who has the partner skill while in party, reduces the chance of being detected by enemies. Not sure how exactly that's going to work, but sounds pretty cool. Snugloo has Handiwork level 2, Transporting level 2, Mining level 3, Cooling level 3, and Snugloo's habitat is just right here, so pretty early on in the game. You could walk up to this and get Snugloo. Next, we've got Carnivora. Carnivora has the partner skill Entangling Tongue. While in party, when the player performs a dodge roll or dodge step, Carnivora creates a whirlwind that deals damage to enemies it touches. And it's a grass attack. Carnivora has Planting level 6, Handiwork level 4, Gathering level 4, and Transporting level 2. And Carnivora can be found right in the top here. Next, we got Dualift and Dualift Noct. I think this pal is really, really cool. Dualift has a partner skill called Forest Laser. Can be ridden. When activated, Dualift fires a powerful grass laser from its right hand. Dualift has Planting level 3, Lumbering level 5, Mining level 6, Gathering level 3, and Transporting level 6. So this is like a really good pal to have at your base. Dualift Noct has the same work suitability, but has a dark laser attack instead. So both very similar, just different attack types. Dualift can be found on this area here, as you can see. And also, a lot of them will be found in the World Tree map. Dualift Noct can be found up in the ice area on the World Tree map and cannot be found on the main map. Next, we've got Sekhmet, who has the partner skill Desert Empress, so kind of like the partner to Anubis. While at base, boosts Anubis's work speed by 20%, increases efficiency by 30% if Sekhmet is also at a workbench, workshop, or other related facilities. So that's pretty cool. And Sekhmet has Handiwork level 6, Mining level 3, and Transporting level 2. Definitely going to be a really good early game work pal to get now. Sekhmet can be found in the desert area and off on this little island here, which is quite nice. Next, we've got Prickster Lux, an electric version of Prickster. When activated, Prickster Lux changes the player's attack type to electric and increases attack by 30%. Prickster's work suitability is generating electricity 3, lumbering 4, medicine production 2, and gathering 2. And Prickster Lux can be found on this small island here. And then we've got Tetroys. Look at this. This is amazing. Tetroys has a partner skill while at base, increases the mining work suitability level for all other base powers by +1, and Tetroys can be ridden. He's got mining level 4. Tetroys Primo has mining level 6, can be ridden, and while in party increases the durability of all weapons and armor by 80%. That's pretty awesome. Tetroys can be found in the desert region in the main map, whereas Tetroys Primo can only be found in the World Tree map at the bottom here. Next, we've got Nightmare Botan, the grass type of Nightmare, and that Nightmare Botan has the partner skill while in party, increases defensive grass powers by 15%, has planting level 3, handiwork level 4, and transporting level 2. So basically a normal Nightmare with a different passive and planting. And Nomori Botan can be found on this small island over here. We've then got a Cryst version of Smokey, a completely different passive here. The partner skill, while at a base, increases the cooling work suitability level of all other base powers by 1, and has gathering level 2 and cooling level 2. Smokey Cryst can be found on another small island added just in the corner over here. And then look at this little doggo, Bulldosu. Bulldosu has a partner skill called Yokozuno's Presence, can be ridden while in party. Player and party powers take 15% less electric damage and are immune to electrify. Has mining level 4 and transporting level 3. And he's a cute boy, basically. I mean, what else can you say? Bulldosu can be found on this island here in abundance. Next, we have Celestia Noct, who can be found as a level 79 boss on the World Tree map right about here. And if we find Celestia Noct here, you can see the difference. While in party, the pal fighting alongside you gradually loses health in exchange for 40% attack increase. So that's quite an interesting one. And Celestia Noct has gathering level 4 and lumbering level 8, which is an improvement over the normal Celestia. And then we have Noctlum Ignis. Now, Noctlum Ignis is basically an improved version of Noctlum. I mean, you've got Kindling level 5 instead of Gathering level 4. You've got Mining level 7 and Transporting level 7 still. And the partner skill is improved. So it's a increase of 60% of attack and defense by when activated, whereas the normal Noctlum only has 50%, so basically a better version of Noctlum with fire type. And Noctlum Ignis can be found on this new little island right at the bottom of the map that they've added, and you can also find him in the World Tree map as well here. Then we've got Valentail. Valentail has the partner skill Big Stretch. While in party, reduces the effects of gravity on the player, making them floaty while jumping and falling. That sounds really awesome. Valentail has gathering level 2, so not really a very good work pal, but has a very interesting passive that I can't wait to test out. Valentail can be found on the floating island here, which has been added, and that's the only location as far as I can tell here. Yep, that's it. Then we've got Snock and Snugloo, both of which have different partner skills. Snock, the default, is an electric and has, while in party, the player's attacks inflict electrify 2, and work suitability has generating electricity 4. Snugloo also has the same work suitability, but also has the partner skill grounding shell. While in party, player and party powers take 15% less water damage and are immune to soak. Snock can be found in just this area down here on this floating island. So a lot of the new pals are going to be in this floating area or on the World Tree map. And for Snugloo, you will need to find it specifically on the World Tree map, and you can see the location here in the top. Next, we've got Safleen. Safleen has the partner skill Fuzzy Fairy. While in party, increases the capture rate of powers afflicted with ivy covered. Pretty cool. You could pair that with any powers that have ivy covered. I'm sure Safleen can probably do it herself as well. Safleen has planting level 2 and transporting level 2. So a good pal to help improve your capture rate, but not really a good work suitability pal, really. Safleen can be found, guess where? On the floating islands. Then we've got Laperon, who can also be found on the floating islands. And Laperon has the partner skill Friend of Earth. While in party, increases the player's defense by 50% while sprinting. Has handiwork level 3, gathering level 4, mining level 2, and transporting level 1. Then we've got Hoodle. Hoodle has the partner skill Void Dweller. While in party, increases the player's damage dealt to enemies that are not in combat by 50%. Very bad work suitability, handiwork 1 and transporting 1. Hoodle can be found on the floating island as well. Then we've got Slowot. Slowot, while in party, when the player's attacks an enemy afflicted with Electrify, the enemy discharges Electrify, dealing damage equal to 40% of the player's attack damage to nearby enemies. And Slowot has generating electricity level 3. For the habitat of Slowot, you can find him over here on these floating islands, and I do believe there's a Slowot boss as well. Let me try and find it if it's yeah, we got a Slowot boss over here as well, level 66 Slowot boss. A lot of these pals will have boss versions, or a lot of the new ones, so bear that in mind. The next one, pretty much all of these now are new ones, so let's go back up. We now have Bakimi. Bakimi has the partner skill Grinning Death. While in party, attacking enemies afflicted with poison, reducing their attack by 40%. And Bakimi has Handiwork level 3, Medicine Production 4, and Transporting 2. Bakimi can be found, guess where? On the Floating Islands. Then we've got Salmora and Salmora Lux. Salmora has Charming Fish. Can be ridden to travel on water, and while in party, makes it easier to fish up talented pals. Really, really good one there. And Salmora Lux has the same thing, but also changes the player's attack type to electric and increases attack by 5%. So really good fishing pal here. Salmora has watering level 4. Salmora Lux has watering level 4 and electricity level 6. Salmora can be found on the new Floating Isles, and Salmora Lux can also be found there as well. Then we've got La Pure. La Pure has the partner skill Long-Sleeved Hooray. While in party, reduces the partner skill cooldowns for other party powers by 10%. Has Handiworks level 6 and Gathering level 5. La Pure can be found, guess where? On the Floating Islands. Then we've got Hydralon. Now, Hydralon is a boss, and I'll show you the location of Hydralon in a second. Hydralon has the partner skill Liberated Pterosaur, can be ridden as a flying mount, and this pal's attack and movement speed increased by 2% for each other dragon or dark pal in your party. And Hydralon has Transporting level 6. Hydralon Ignis has Transporting level 6 and Kindling level 6, and can be ridden as a flying mount, and increases attack and movement speed by 2% for each other dragon or fire pal in your party. So slight differences, but not massively. And Hydralon Ignis can be found in the world tree map here. So just roaming the world. And now I'm going to show you the Hydralon boss location. If I remember, Hydralon actually is on the Floating Islands. There's a level 69 Hydralon over here. Next, we've got Dynamoth. Dynamoth has the partner skill Electromassage Incubation. Can be ridden as a flying mount, and while at base, shortens the time it takes to incubate eggs by 20%. Not bad. Has Generating Electricity 6, Gathering 3, and Transporting 3. And Dynamoth can be found in the Floating Island as well. Then we've got Tropicore, who can also be found in the Floating Island here. And we have the partner skill Flower Dance on Tropicore. While in party, extends the invincibility period during dodge rolls and dodge steps by 15%. That's pretty cool. Has Planting level 5 and Gathering level 5. And he is quite a character. Then we've got Flaricle. Flaricle has the partner skill Burning Future. When the player attacks an enemy afflicted with burn, the enemy explodes, dealing damage equal to 40% of the player's attack damage to nearby enemies. Has Kindling 7, Handiwork 6, and Transporting 2. And Flaricle can be found on the World Tree map up in the fire area. And then we've got Ophidia. Ophidia can be ridden, has the partner skill Glorious Mist. While in party, the player's attacks inflict Soak 2, has Watering 5 and Planting 7. And Ophidia is a boss, and I believe it's a boss on the Floating Islands. Yes, over here you've got a level 69 Ophidia. And now we'll go back into the PAL deck and continue where we've got Dupin. We've seen Dupin before. Trick-loving Fluffle. While in party, when the player's health falls below 50%, Dupin generates an explosion around the player. It has Fire, Power 100, and Burn, Build Up 777. Additionally, while the player's health is below 50%, the player's attack is increased by 30%. And Dupin has Kindling level 7, Handiwork 5, Medicine Production 4, and Transporting 2. And Dupin can be found very kind of all over the place, actually. A bunch of spots all over the map you can find Dupin, which is really quite interesting. Kind of all spotted throughout. So those are the locations there. Then we've got Rouge. Rouge has the partner skill Dark Nester. Can be ridden and increases players' and powers damage to enemies afflicted with blind by 50%. Has Gathering level 5 and Transporting level 5. Rouge can be found on the World Tree map in quite a number of locations. Then we've got Venusa. Venusa has the ability Snake's Sagacity. The player's attacks inflict blind 2. Has Handiwork 6, Gathering 6, Medicine Production 5, and Transporting 2. And Venusa is on the World Tree map up in the top area here. And we've got Mycora. Mycora is in the bottom area here. There's also a Mycora boss around this area as well. And Mycora has Charming Spore. Increases the medicine production work suitability level for all other base pals by +1. Has medicine production level 6 herself. Planting 6, handiwork 4, and gathering 4. Then we have Lumen. Lumen has the Lantern Enchantment Partner skill. While imparting the player's arrows explode on contact, dealing additional damage equal to 15% of the player's attack damage. Has Kindling 4, Handiwork 4, and Medicine 4. And Lumen can be found in the PAL World Tree map at the bottom. And then we have... Where are we? We have Wispaw. Wispaw can also be found on the World Tree map in this area here. And Wispaw has Hidden Dark Energy as their partner skill. Increases defense of dark powers by 15%. Has Handiwork 6, Medicine Production 6, and Transporting level 1. Then we've got Solan. Solan has Untainted Maiden. Increases the player's attack by 30% if all powers in party are different species. Has Handiwork 8, Gathering 4, and Transporting 2. And Solan can be found the World Tree map over here. Then we've got Renjishi. Now, Renjishi is a boss. So let me just back out and show you the Renjishi boss location. On the World Tree map, in the top, in the red area, you can see the Renjishi boss, a level 78 boss, Renjishi. And if we go back to the Palpedia, Renjishi has stage combat. While in party, the players have attacks, inflict, burn 2. Renjishi has Kindling 8, Handiwork 6, Gathering 5, and Transporting 5. And then we've got Aegodron. Aegodron has Indestructible Fortress, can be ridden, and while in party, players and party pals take 60% less damage from explosive attacks and are immune from stun. Aegodron has Mining level 8. Cannot be found in the world, but there is an Aegodron boss. On this area on the World Tree map, you will find the Aegodron boss, level 79. Then we have Xiaolong. Xiaolong can be ridden as a flying mount and has the Azure Sovereign partner skill. This powers attacks increased by 4% of each other dragon pal in your party. Has Watering level 8 and Gathering level 5. Xiaolong can be found on the the World Tree map in this area here. And then we have Sylvants. Sylvants spore Stalwart while in party. When the player attacks an enemy inflicted with Ivy covered, the enemy explodes, dealing additional damage equal to 40% of the player's attack damage. Also, and grants immunity to the World Tree's explosive spores to both the player and their pals. There's kind of like these... When you're flying around in the World Tree map, you will find these sort of explosive spores, and if you fly into them or walk into them, you'll take damage and they'll knock you down to the ground. So you'll be immune to those. We have Sylvants in your party. And to find Sylvants, there's a boss battle for Sylvants right in the bottom of the World Tree map. So it's a level of 78 Sylvants. You'll find Sylvants there. And then we have Dandylord. Dandylord has the partner skill Mist Stalwart. When activated, the player's attacks inflict poison 2, while in party, grants a player and party powers immunity to poison and nullifies the effects of toxic gas in the World Tree area. Another sort of world effect in the World Tree map. Has Planting level 8, Handiwork level 6, Gathering level 5, Medicine Production level 6, and Transporting level 3. And you'll find him as a boss as well in the top, Dandylord. Now, we are moving on to some interesting pals here. Bit of a spoiler. Basically, you will need to defeat all of the main towers, and then you'll go on a bit of a mission to get this pal Panthalus, and it's a whole story that will unlock the World Tree map. So you have to complete the main sort of storyline before you even unlock the World Tree, where a lot of these new pals are. So bear in mind, that's how it works. I didn't want to give away too much in the start of the video because it is a bit of a spoiler, but by doing that, you will get your hands on Panthalus. And while at a base, it constantly patrols the sky and bombards intruders from above. No work suitability, but you can ride Panthalus. And Panthalus is paramount to the story, essentially. No story spoilers, but very important pal in the story. And Panthalus is huge. And then we have Astralym and Astralym, two different variants of Astralym. Don't know if you can find them in the game. I don't think you can. Maybe you can, but I don't think you can. This is the end game boss, basically. Without spoiling too much, there's an end boss fight. It's pretty crazy. And that is all of the new pals in Palworld 1.0. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.